What's up guys, today I'm here with a video, and today is going to be my very first Pokemon video. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over my trading card game deck that I've created. I've created like I think 5 decks total, but I deleted a few since they're both bad. 2 of them are bad. But I did make 2 good decks, and today we're going to be going over one of the decks. It's a water type deck, but it's very bulky and it takes a long time to set up. But anyways, I'm going to be showing you guys this, and let's get right into it. Okay, so these are the decks that I have. As you can see, I have Electricity, Water Fire, Water Fighting, Relentless Flame, Metal and Might, which is trash. Anyways, this is the deck that we're going to be going over. It's called Water, because it's water types. Let's view the deck, and let's see the Pokemon. Okay, so first of all, I got Minchinos and Cinchinos for the starting. If I do get those in the first draw, then I'll put a Minchino down. Hopefully I can evolve it, because the ability on Cinchino is that, this is it, Make Do. Basically, you discard a card from your hand, and if you do that, then you can draw 2 cards from your deck. So say you have like a Pokeball that you don't need, you can discard that and get 2 better cards, which you will see is a good ability to have, especially for this deck. Okay, the next Pokemon is Articuno, and this Pokemon is mainly in the deck so that I can either start with it if I draw it in the first hand, and also the ability, or the move that it has is Find Ice, and you can find 3 Water Energy cards, which is super important because the other cards, the main Pokemon in this deck, require tons of energy to be played. Next Pokemon is Magikarp, and the only reason why Magikarp's in the deck is so that I can evolve it into a Gyarados, which is, by the way, one of the main cards in the deck. I have, I think, 6 of these Magikarps in the deck. I'm not sure. 4 of them. I have 4. And then there's the Gyarados that we evolve it into. This is the crazy Gyarados. This one, oh my gosh, it's so good. Basically, it does 200 damage, but it costs 5 energy. But this 3 energy one is 90 damage, but it's only 3 energy. So mainly, this Gyarados is going to be coming into play once you have it on the bench for a while, and once you've been using lots of energies to attach to it so that it has enough energy to do the move. Once it has enough energy to do this move, it's basically unstoppable because it has 180 health, which is pretty good, pretty decent. It's a lot of health. It's a bulky card, but it does 200 damage, which is crazy. The Eevee Snorlax tag team card that I got recently does 210 damage for the GX move, which is crazy. That this normal card, it's a stage 1, it's an evolution Pokemon, but it's not even an EX or a GX. It does 200 damage. So anyways, the next Pokemon, another Gyarados. This one's not as good. Matter of fact, I might actually take this Gyarados out and put in a different card, possibly a trainer card, maybe even a potion, since this deck actually has no potions. If you go to the trainers, you'll see there are no potions, only a bunch of Pokeballs so that you can get all the Pokemon that you need to set up, and then a bunch of draw cards for energy, basically, or Pokemon. Anyways, going on, we've looked at the 2 Gyaradoses. The next Pokemon is a Tympole, Palpitoad, Seismitoad. This is obviously just for evolutions, or if I need to start out the game with the Tympole. Possibly get the early evolution of Palpitoad in the middle of the game. If not, then I can just completely ignore Tympole. Usually I don't use this Tympole in the deck because it's not that good. I don't like Seismitoad or Palpitoad either. I actually have never used this Seismitoad in a battle. And that's pretty much it. The next Pokemon that we have is Phoebus. Phoebus is only here to get Melodic, and Melodic has a nice little quick to use move. Clear search your deck for any 3 cards that you want, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So basically, many of these Pokemon are only here so that we can get other Pokemon and other cards. Melodic gets you three of any cards from your deck, and then the Minchino's evolution, lets you draw 2 cards if you discard 1 card. So, you know, most of these Pokemon are just to get other Pokemon. And then the Articuno obviously lets you get 3 water energy, which is really useful later in the game. For the Gyarados, which requires 5 energy, as you guys remember. Next Pokemon is Corsola. This one is only for a starter Pokemon in the very beginning of the match. If I do get it, I can use Spiny Rush, and it obviously heals. So it lasts pretty long for a starting Pokemon. And again, this is all water type deck, so I'm going to have a bunch of energy, and this is a good way to get a little lead on energy in the beginning of the match, because most of the time, if you have a starter Pokemon in the game, it's not going to last very long. You know, either one's going to get fainted or knocked out. So this one's good because it can heal, and while you heal, you can just attach energies to each of your Pokemon. It makes the beginning last a little longer than normal since it heals, and it can do attacks too, but this Corsola is mainly so that it can stall the time to give energies to the other important Pokemon. Okay, this is the first big card besides Gyarados. Eevee and Snorlax. Like I said, Gyarados does 200 damage for 5 energy, and Eevee and Snorlax does 210 damage for the GX, which is 4 energy. So Gyarados is obviously one of the main attackers. Eevee and Snorlax one of the main attackers too. Dump Truck Press. It does 120 damage and 120 more if it's an evolution Pokemon. So that's obviously a really good move. Cheer up if you need to do it. You can attach an energy card from one of your hand to your Pokemon, or from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Anyways, this Snorlax has tons of health, so it can tank, obviously. The GX move is really good. It pretty much knocks out anything, unless it's like a VMAX or like 300 health or something crazy like that. Anyways, Snorlax is one of the main attackers as well, and you usually keep him on the bench and attach the double colorless energies to him to get these quickly loaded and stocked up on energies for the moves, because this Snorlax is really strong. And next Pokemon, one of the main Pokemon in the deck, the water type Keldeo GX. I actually pulled this Keldeo in my first ever pack in the game, because I'm pretty sure the first pack always gives you a GX or some type of good card, and I pulled Keldeo. The reason why Keldeo is so good is because of its ability Pure Heart, and basically it is completely immune to attacks from Pokemon GX or EX. So it basically can just take infinite amount of hits from GX or EXs, which is insanely overpowered. I feel like the only weakness that Keldeo has really is V cards, because V cards, a lot of the time they do a ton of damage and they have lots of health. So Keldeo is not immune to V damage, but he is immune to GX or EX. Also, it does Sonic Edge 110 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't do double the damage if the Pokemon is a fire type, but it might, I'm not sure. And then Resolute Blade does 50 damage for each benched Pokemon. And I have learned this the hard way though. Like, say the guy has like a 90 health, like a 50 health basic Pokemon, I'll use the GX, and I learned the hard way that it doesn't work because there's no benched Pokemon. So like, if there was only one left, I would use that to like just troll him basically, and then nothing would happen, so I'd have to wait another turn to beat him or whatever. Pretty annoying, but anyways, these are all the Pokemon in the deck. Remember, the main Pokemon are Keldeo, Eevee, Snorlax, Melodic, kind of Melodic, and then Gyarados and Magikarp. Okay, moving on to the trainer cards. So first off, we have the Great Ball. Great Ball, obviously look at the top 7 cards, take a Pokemon. We have, how many of those do we have? We have 2 of them. Timer Ball, you flip 2 coins, and then the number of heads that you get from those 2 coins is how many evolution Pokemon you can search in your deck. There it is right there. I believe I have 2 of those also. And then we have a Nest Ball, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it into your deck, shuffle your deck. And then we have a Level Ball, 90 HP, you can search your deck for one of those 90 HP or lower. And basically all these trainer cards are meant to get Pokemon that you can evolve. This is the Heavy Ball that I use for Gyarados or Snorlax and Eevee, since its retreat cost is 3 or more. And it's really easy to set up the game when you have lots of Pokeballs, since you have a very easy chance of getting the Pokemon that you want in the early game. Say you pull a Dive Ball in like the first move or the first draw. Since there's 4 of them, obviously it's super common to get a Dive Ball. Say I could just pull I could pull a Keldeo, right? And say the opponent has a GX or an EX, use the Keldeo, it just tanks hits while I stock up on energies for other Pokemon. So basically, lots of these trainer cards are just Dive Balls. And then we have Tierno, Sharon, draw 3 cards. Looks like we have 7 of them. Yep, we have 7 draw 3 cards, and basically these are just to get either Pokemon energies or more Pokeballs to get more Pokemon. And then that's basically all the trainers. Now the energies, we have 13 or 14 regular water energies, and then this energy, which basically makes one of your water Pokemon, it can only be attached to one water Pokemon. It has to be water, it can't be a colorless energy, only water types. But basically this card, if it's attached to a water type, whenever that water type is knocked out, it'll go back into your hand, so it doesn't go to the discard pile, which is really good. I think it's really good for like Keldeo or something, or Gyarados, since obviously those cards are hard to get in the deck. except for the fact that we have lots of trainers and Pokeballs, which makes it easier. But if they do end up being knocked out and I don't have any Pokeballs left, say it's like the end game or something, I can always use this energy. And if it's attached to one of the water types, that water types basically has 2 chances of living. So that's pretty nice. And then the other energies that we have are just double colorless. These are basically for the Snorlax and the Gyarados, since they just eat energy alive. Basically, Gyarados has 5 energies that he needs. 3 of them are colorless, so that's obviously good. It speeds up the energy. It speeds it up, and Snorlax also tanks energy as well. He needs 4 energy for all of his attacks, so obviously the double colorless are really good. Instead of taking 4 separate turns to fill this up, you could just use 2 with double colorless, but you'd have to be really lucky. And anyways, that's basically it for the energy. And let's go over my deck box too. My deck box is just water, as you guys saw earlier. Card sleeves, I only have the default ones. I'm not sure how you get other card sleeves. I think you have to buy theme decks, but I'm not sure. And anyways, I'll be going over this deck in another video, and I'll actually play the deck in an upcoming video. But basically, I just wanted to show you guys the deck. This is what it looks like if you guys want a little recap. And if you want it, you have to get very specific cards, such as Keldeo and Gyarados. Those are the main cards. And the reason why I'm making this video right now is because this Eevee and Snorlax card is available right now in the season. Let's go see really quick. If I go to Versus right here, you can see for the rewards for winning a battle, yep, there it is. This is the 2nd level of rewards, so I get another Eevee Snorlax. But basically, you'd have to get a few wins, but then after a while, when you get to 210, whatever those are, lightning things, you get an Eevee Snorlax, which is why this deck is, why I'm showing you guys the deck right now, because the Snorlax is very specific as to this season, which ends in 15 days, basically. So I wanted to show you guys the deck. The deck is really good. It hits heavy. It's a heavy hitter deck. Obviously, with Keldeo being immune to GX and EX attacks, it's really good since it can just tank many hits. But basically, Gyarados, Keldeo, and Snorlax, Eevee Snorlax, are the 3 main characters in this deck. This Gyarados is kind of pointless, so you don't really need this one. But the other Gyarados, this one is kind of OP for just being a normal evolution card and not EX or GX, like I said earlier. Anyways, this is basically it for the video. If you guys enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see the deck, I'll probably be able to give you guys access to this somehow. I don't know, but I might put the names of the Pokemon and all of the cards in the description if you really want this deck. Comment down below if you want it, and I'll do that. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.